There have been a couple of headlines this week that have raised the eyebrows. One, I guess, the focus on climate change when there would appear to be more pressing problems, and then also this scandal of a Democrat senator who's giddy for slaughtering babies potentially receiving an honor from the Archdiocese of Chicago, Cardinal Blaise Cupich. Thankfully, the senator Dick Durbin is no longer going to accept that. But then the Pope weighing in and saying you can't support the death penalty and be pro-life, and it was just an otherwise happily clear pontificate. It was a little confusing.
It's been a snapback, and I got to say, it was stuff like this, and people were in the wake of Charlie's murder. There was this sort of like question that was Charlie being open to Catholicism, and there's some pictures of him at the Basilica, the National Basilica, which is gorgeous, or attending church with Erica, and it's like was he Catholic curious at times? Sure, of course, but he hadn't started RCIA or anything like that. But I remember talking with him about it, and he would always come back to stuff like this that would always be a huge stumbling block, not just for him, but also for, I think, a lot of people who are looking at Catholicism saying, whoa, wait a minute, this just doesn't seem to meet the moment. And that's what I just tweeted. I said, there are churches being burned, there are children being shot, there are Christians who are very publicly Christian being murdered, and I just don't know if the block of ice is the right optics for a cooling down, I suppose, for the moment right now.